What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got for you 5 exercises we love to do to improve coordination. So coordination is definitely something that some people are just gifted with, right? They're born with. Others maybe not so much, but we can improve it, whether we're working to improve hand-eye coordination, foot-eye coordination, just coordination in general, and really working to improve your body's ability to take in different, visuals, different key cues that we're seeing, hearing, feeling even, right? If I can feel my foot going in one way, being able to react, to respond to that, having that awareness. So, like I said, you can definitely build this up, and there's so many exercises we can do. These are just 5 of the ones that we chose to share with you guys, so hopefully you like it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. We post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure you're subscribed to catch all of them. Hope you guys enjoy it. All right, so obviously you guys know we have to get some type of jumping in here. I think jumping is so fantastic to build coordination because your body has to react to what you're feeling on the ground, like what your feet feel, right? Because every time we do a movement, our body relays information to our brain, right? It organizes, it translates information back to dictate certain things. So of course we have to get jumping in there. You see us doing some freestyle box jumps. I love this exercise for many, many reasons. But number one, it really does work to improve your body's awareness, your positional awareness, spatial awareness, right? So we have different heights of boxes. We have different things to jump on. You see us with a plate even up there. So what you have to do, right, just jump however you want, however long you want. If you want to dictate like 20 seconds off any foot, you can have rotations in there. All you have to do is just jump. And as you're doing this, your body is going to gather information, like I said, translate it to your brain. It's going to flip it, reverse it back, and you have to be really good, really efficient at this. So if we can get good at something like this, then when we go out to the court or the field, and as we're doing movements extremely fast, as we're being creative, we have that ability to be able to position our body, to be able to push off a little bit more on my left, or I guess that's my right, push off a little bit more on my right, a fast one on my left, just like we're doing with the boxes, right? On my right foot, I might have to jump a little bit higher if I'm going one direction, or if I'm going forward, I might just have to do a quick little ground contact time. So doing things like this are great to work on that ability to, gather information through our senses, have it go to our brain, because at the end of the day, that's all that this is, right? Your ability to relay information back and forth and to then do something about it. Number 2, if you can't tell, we're going with ladders. So I am a fan of ladders for certain things. You guys have heard me talk about ladders a couple times in the past, but when we're going for coordination, I think that they are a great option. So there's so many different things you can do, right? Even for some people, just like a basic 2 feet in is, hard. But we can always go side to side, right? We don't have to go crazy fast to start. For some people, it's just learning the ability to have our feet go where we want them to go. And ladders is a great way to do this because you have dictated positions you have to get into. You have to understand how your body is going in motion, right? Sometimes I'm going side to side, but also going forward. If you get a wider step than normal, you have to adjust and react to certain things like that. So I think ladders are a great way to build up coordination, especially, if we're talking foot-eye coordination, just like with the box jumps, being able to see this is what I'm doing, right? This is how, if I'm going something like this. And what we could always do is add an external cue. So you'll see clips of us doing ladders, then when we call something or we drop a tennis ball, you have to react. And no matter where you're at, you have to go. So if I'm doing a shuffle, right? And let's say someone's up top and they drop a tennis ball, from right here, I have to be in this position going this way to then sprint, diagonal to the left. Next time I do it, I could be right here in this awkward position, right? My weight's on my left foot. As I'm about to switch over, you drop the ball over there. Now I have to figure out, okay, do I step like that? Do I hit one more and then go? So training the ability with something like a ladder is really cool because we can have our feet going and we can react. We can even have a cue of a call. Someone says something, we could be going one way and then you say switch, and now out of this, I'm like, okay, do I come back this way? So this is a great way to start building that up for people. Number 3, another one we love to do is a 2 tennis ball shuffle. So this one incorporates foot-eye coordination and also hand-eye coordination. So we set 2 cones up, as you guys can see in the clips. We shuffle back and forth. However, we have 2 tennis balls. So we start in the middle. Whichever way one of the balls is thrown, you have to react in that direction. So that's response number 1, right? Going there, toss it back. In addition to that, we have 2 balls. So once thrown, the next one is immediately thrown right after that. So I could be on the far side. I have to get all the way over there as the second ball is thrown, or let's say the first ball is thrown, I'm throwing it back, I start to go back to the middle, next thing I know it's coming back to the side I just came from, having to shift, adjust my body, react to what I see, and also be able to gather sense information from my feet to dictate my body position to be able to catch something, right? There's essentially no rules with this one. So I could be tossing it this way, and then I start to, kind of get into a crossover run to catch it, toss it back here, start turning, right? My body's ability to sense the position I am in, react, stay quick, that's all about coordination. So love this one. Number 4 is going to essentially be any type of agility training. So agility is, quick movements in response to a cue. So that's where we get the difference between change of direction and agility. Change of direction is predetermined, whereas agility is in response to something. So we can essentially take any agility training and make that into coordination training, right? So if we take, for example, like a mirror drill where you have 2 people shadowing each other, you're dictating your position based on what you see, having that ability to mirror the other person. Or if we're having 2 people run at each other, one person's like offense, one person's defense, offensive person's trying to get around, defensive person's reacting. Once again, that's coordination training, sensing your body's position, sensing your spatial, presence, having someone come at you and trying to react, trying to adjust your body. So all of these things are coordination training. So at the base of it, essentially doing agility stuff because you are because you are responding and reacting to an external cue, your body has to adapt to what it's seeing, all the senses that it is sensing. That was not proper grammar. But essentially, agility training is great for coordination training. Number 5, we saved the best for last and the most fun for last. We got something like spike ball. So if you saw our Instagram the other day, you saw us post something about doing spike ball with athletes. I love the idea of playing a game with some of your athletes to get them warmed up, to train that reactive element, that agility. And there's that competition element, right? So if we do something like spike ball, you can see in the clips, right, how reactive you have to be, the coordination required to do one thing, quickly get into another position while still being stable. That is a huge part of coordination, is being able to stabilize yourself. You might not be stable during the whole thing, but can you get back to that stable point to continue going? Can you hit a cool move and not eat shit afterwards, pretty much? And the other cool thing about spike ball is we still get that hand-eye coordination. So not every sport needs hand-eye coordination, right? For soccer, you don't really need to be able to catch unless you're a goalkeeper. However, I think it is really important for the senses in general to have both hand-eye and foot-eye coordination, knowing your footwork where it's supposed to be. And I think there is merit, even for a sport like soccer, to have hand-eye coordination, just because it further sharpens the tools, helps the brain organize really quickly. And if we can be good at sensing information, quickly relaying it, right, it's going to help in so many different facets of your sport. So this is a great way to do it. You don't have to do spike ball. There's so many games you can play. Honestly, even just working on your sport itself is one of the best ways to improve coordination, building up that skill, that learned ability. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.